Good afternoon, everyone. Rare snows across San Francisco Bay Area. We have to go into the Wayback Machine to see anything like this. Also an astounding 3 feet of rain equivalent, going to turn into 20 to 30 feet of snow over the next 10 days. Iridescent clouds appearing over Brazil. Massive 60-foot waves smashing the coast of Scotland. Ice pancakes on Michigan, this time 10 feet across. As our solar cycle declines, cosmic rays on the jump. Back to the disk, no sunspots. Southeast U.S., looking at over a foot of snow in Georgia. Polar vortex across the central states. Polar vortex across Europe. And Eurasia frozen at minus 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Please remember to subscribe to Adapt 2030. You wouldn't expect snow in the warmest year ever. Across the Bay Area, rare dusting of snow. We got to go into the Wayback Machine. We're back into the early 1960s and even back into 1887. Interesting photos here that were posted in the news article of San Francisco in this exact kind of snow depth. Another glimpse here long before the development that we associate with San Francisco today. And with that, California mountains looking for a 20-foot dump of snow over the next 7 days. This is an atmospheric compression event river. Each 1 inch of water can be converted loosely into 1 foot of snow. And if this manifests the way it shows on here, Sierra Nevada is 20 plus feet. And if you are going to be transiting over the mountains, take extreme care. You're going to have emergency supplies with you if you go off the road. And if you have to stay in your car overnight or any longer, you are going to freeze to death if you do not have the proper gear. Taking a look at the sun, no sunspots again. This is the 6th time over the last 3 weeks that we've gone to a blank disk. Year and a half ahead of time, John Casey calling this one saying we were going to descend in, and this is it. We are done with the sunspots pretty much for the next 20 years. With that being said, the galactic cosmic rays jumping above previous counts, even at the lowest on the regular 11-year cycle. Look for that to increase exponentially as we get into this grand solar minimum. Strange cloud formations over Brazil, these iridescent rainbow clouds. Most stunningly beautiful here, but completely anomalous. Speaking of round, unusual things, ice pancakes on Lake Michigan. Usually these things to get to about a foot, maybe 2 feet across. These ice pancakes are 10 feet in diameter. I encourage you to look at the video. The way they're slushing around and moving is just mesmerizing, how they disappear under the water and then resurface again. Another extreme drop in temperature coming across the U.S. starting on January 5th. Should be dropping temperatures about 20 degrees Celsius below normal temperatures. That's going to continue through the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. You take a look at the temperature forecast here, going extremely cold. And these temperatures are in Fahrenheit. So when you're looking at 14 degrees Fahrenheit in the southeast U.S., you know that's cold. Along with the foot of snow that's coming. And this snow is going to be a mix of freezing rain as well as snowfall. It's going to accumulate over a foot anywhere in that circle. This will extend all the way down to Macon, Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi. Areas that don't normally see snowfall. And if they do, it's an inch or 2 or 3, but we are actually looking at feet. Anywhere in the red that you see is going to eclipse the old snow records by 4 times. Bit closer in here, view of Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, bit of Tennessee, North Carolina. The accumulations that are going to be falling on the ground, driving conditions are going to be horrendous. Looking at the front as it passes through, you can take a look at the rain or the snowfall totals. And it's incredibly interesting that tail end of that snow is literally going to go to the border of Florida. Snow in Florida. And taking a look at the entire week's accumulations from the Canadian border further into the U.S. Another spectacular event during this last week. 65-foot waves crashing against the coast of Scotland. Now, these cliffs themselves are 60 feet tall, but when you have a wave that's that height smashing against the cliffs, it looks almost surreal. But literally, the spray from this was reaching 180 feet into the air. Another ripping cold vortex anomaly coming down through Central Europe and into Turkey, dumping more snow than they had even last week. And looking at this unbelievable minus 61 Fahrenheit in Eurasia, over the next couple weeks, Asia's going to start cooling down. This is January 3rd, and as we push forward into the 9th, that blue area in the center that's splitting through the 10 degrees below 0 Celsius area, once that splits up toward Kamchatka, that's going to push the entire cold blob further south. Snow in Taiwan, snow in areas further south in China that doesn't normally get snow. Japan record snows in 2 weeks. All in the warmest year ever. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. Please be extremely cautious if you're driving in these areas with snow and ice where you could slip off. You're going to have to take care of yourself. I do hope you have a water supply. You're going to need basic medical care. You're going to have to know how to take care of yourself in these emergency situations for cold.